Cabinet has approved a 55 million euro facility for the rehabilitation of a 100-kilometer road network and street projects for some communities in the greater Kumasi area of the Ashanti region. The facility is a credit agreement between the government of Ghana and the Deutsche Bank and is meant for auxiliary infrastructure of Kumasi inner city roads. The scope of works to be undertaken as part of the project include the rehabilitation of roads in the following areas: Bantama Sub-Metro, 13.23 kilometers, Kwadaso, 11.6 kilometers, Menchia, 8.98 kilometers, Ofurikrum, 10.61 kilometers, Swami, 12.01 kilometers, Subing, 13.25 kilometers, Asokwa, 11.25 kilometers, Inshaeso, 10.13 kilometers, and Tafu Pankrono, 8.96 kilometers, all totaling about 100 kilometers. If you look up to the screens behind me, and we'll share soft copies with you, there's a map of the greater Kumasi area that spells out the various catchment areas where this work is supposed to take place. In addition, several key activities will be undertaken under the priority infrastructure projects that include the rehabilitation and upgrade of selected roads, provision of traffic management and pedestrian safety facilities, including road line marking and installation of road markings, traffic signs and traffic control devices, and rehabilitation of drainage facilities in these areas. Parliament will shortly consider this request as approved by Cabinet, and upon approval, the project is expected to be commenced and completed within a 24-month period. The rehabilitation of these roads in the already mentioned communities is in accordance with government's recognition of good road infrastructure as a critical facilitator for rapid socio-economic development. It is our hope that the completion of these projects will reduce and improve waiting and travel times within the greater Kumasi area, with a consequent reduction in economic activity, a consequent improvement in economic activity, reduction in poverty, and enhanced development for the area and the nation at large. The second brief is that Cabinet has approved the implementation of a peri-urban and rural water supply project for 450 communities across the country, 450. The project will provide clean drinking water to these peri-urban and rural locations across the following regions, including the Volta region, Eastern region, Greater Accra region, and the Ashanti region, using an advanced technology from the United Kingdom. The Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources and the Community Water and Sanitation Agency, in conjunction with Aqua Africa Limited, a UK private sector entity based in the UK, have been working together on a market-based approach to provide sustainable, clean, sterile drinking water to peri-urban and rural communities in Ghana. Government is embarking on this project as part of measures to attain the SDG 6, or the Sustainable Development Goal 6, on clean water and sanitation for all, and to cater for an unserved, hard-to-reach rural population within these regions, as I have outlined. It is also to improve the delivery of sanitation and hygiene services in these areas for about 225,000 people in these catchment areas. The third brief I have for you is that actors within the SIM registration value chain, including subscribers and agents of mobile money network operators, are cautioned to ensure strict compliance with the SIM registration and activation processes in line with the relevant statutory provisions, such as the Subscriber Identity Module Registration Regulation, LI 2006. Now, government through the Ministry of Communication has taken note with concerns of a number of deficiencies with the existing SIM card registration regime. And these include the sale of pre-registered SIM cards, the use of pre-registered SIM cards, and the use of fraudulently registered SIM cards. These deficiencies give way to potential fraudulent activities such as mobile money fraud, illegal SIM swap, termination of international traffic or SIM boxing, impersonation, cybercrime, among others. Now, while government continues to partner the relevant institutions for the complete rollout of the national identification cards for SIM registration, the National Communications Authority is encouraging all actors to ensure strict compliance with the law and is proceeding to engage MNOs and all relevant stakeholders to address the kind of deficiencies that are showing up in this area. If I just may give you a little detail, Section 73A of the Electronic Communications Amendment Act, Act 910, states that a network operator or service provider shall comply with the directives established by the authority to prevent, detect, or disconnect the use of a subscriber identity module or the other user identity module of that operator for terminating an international call on any network in Ghana as a local call. A person who uses a subscriber identity module or user identity module for terminating an international call on any network in Ghana as a local call commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine. Section 73B of the Electronic Communications Amendment Act 910 also states that a person shall not deal in pre-registered subscriber identity modules or identity module. Any person who knowingly deals in the pre-registered subscriber identity module or user identity module commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not more than 3,000 penalty units or to a term of imprisonment of not more than 5 years or both. The government assures the general public that it's committed to building a strong, secure, and resilient communications industry for the benefit of the citizenry and the entire country. Government also encourages all subscribers to verify the authenticity of their SIM registration by dialing *400# on any network. And for any information to assist government on this exercise, citizens or other persons may want to call 0800 110622. The reason is that it's being identified that a number of people are still dealing in pre-registered SIM cards, and shortly there will be an exercise to clamp down on that exercise. But while that, persons are encouraged to ensure that their cards are properly validated, and for those who are acquiring new ones, ensure that they do not acquire pre-registered SIM cards and go through the proper registration processes. These are the 3 quick briefs I have for you.